she be coming through? Okay. Wasn't she? Well, I didn't want to lock her out from there.
I should have told you. I'm sorry.
Got your steps in.
That's fine.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Hello. The mic is on already. How are you?
Cool, thank you.
Every time it rains, I lose my house phone.
No, she'll be here.
Oh,
She's on the
this
way.
is
She was
my
getting some
house. It's a
paperwork
pole
done.
somewhere. Oh. Right here. Oh, I called them today because I wish it was small every time it rains.
It's not big.
So they gave me credit for like $35.
No.
And then the next bill.
Must be sending the emails to the wrong place. Oh. Cause didn't he send it to your email, the
Well, I went from
application?
9 to 11 cents.
Right? Yeah, if you wanted to know the next steps. Oh, I gave you the paperwork, but that's fine, orientation. Yeah, but it's not a downtown store, so it's $240 a night.
It's what?
It's $240 a night, so I thought maybe that's why.
Just hanging out here. That's not enough.
Because it's commercial.
That helps. I know, but they should be.
Yeah, so because it's not a downtown?
It's not downtown.
Not in the bid district that the city council has. It's not in the bid district, so they're not selling anything. I know, so that we fall in the commercial category, and commercial is $240.
Why would it be commercial when it's retail?
It's commercial, because it's not a downtown merchant, only it's a certain area that the downtown merchants can be in to get the discount. And that, like antiques galleries, but they're not
Yeah,
in the bid district.
too far down.
Yeah, they're too far down. And I think the same thing.
What is it, from what street to what street?
But I know that's not so, I think medical would have to be. You know, I mean, if it's a nonprofit, we do have a discount for nonprofit. Yeah, but not, yeah. We did, yes. He brought his own. Don't buy it.
Yeah.
Well, you got your leopard skin all going, I love it.
I know.
So you guys have a new one that I sent today?
Yes, this is it.
Okay.
This is it. I redid it.
$246 actually is what they cost. I know, it's a lot, it's how much the commercial vendors pay.
Let's see if I can do a nonprofit on that.
Yeah, nonprofits are.
Where's Darryl?
He's here. He had to go drop off paperwork, I saw him in the parking lot.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Mary Ann had such a great
Oh,
time.
it was so good to see her. It really was.
She was just.
She just looked the same. She was still like she was.
I know it. And you know, that one eye is blind is just as blue as the other one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
She has
know.
a pretty eye.
She happy up there? Very. But she still says Palm Springs is the prettiest place she's ever lived.
She's in San Bernardino, Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorite towns. So I
it's
love
really pretty there.
Yeah, it's so crowded. She loves her mountain.
I've been there.
Oh, well, my cousins live in Camarillo, so when I'm up there, I go. I like it up there. I lived in Camarillo for 7 years. Yeah, and they must be better jobs out here. The rest is history. Yeah, me too. That's why I'm here. 50 years ago. Job right up there, so, yeah. Is Jasmine coming?
Yeah, she was some people came in to pay for rental rates.
There she is. How's everybody doing? Just asked that, yeah. How's about you? Good.
I was thinking about you the other day when I had to go to the store.
Not the names to see.
I was like,
Here
is that lady when I need her?
It was good seeing you. And aren't they names I've been doing so far? I know it. Yeah, look at you. Wow.
it. Found it.
Anyway, she just said take my.
Send her my love.
I'll do it. Look them once in a while.
She's still just as spicy as
Oh, God. I talked to her. I gotta talk to her. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
My clock says 9.
Ah, there you brought two. Oh, good. Everybody's here. Okay, we're on the air. Good afternoon and welcome everyone to the VillageFest board meeting. My name is Dottie Watson. I'm the chair. So at 3:30, I'd like to call to order the VillageFest meeting, March 12th, 2019. Roll call, please. I'm losing my voice.
Okay, Chair Watson,
Here?
Vice Chair Campbell. Here. Board Member Meredith.
Here.
Board Member Manley.
Here.
Board Member Montanti. Here. And Board Member Baum.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay. This next part is anybody in the audience with public comments would get 3 minutes, and it's just comments regarding the board, the Village Fest downtown. Anybody? No? Good. No complaints. Okay, board comments, anybody?
Later for me.
Okay. Correspondence.
So we do have several correspondence that were sent to you in your
Yeah.
agenda packet from current vendors who want to appeal to the board regarding all of the Thursdays that have been canceled due to rain. So what's happened is when people have questioned it, obviously, staff does not have the authority to waive any fees for any reason. What can happen, though, if this body believes that it is warranted in any way, we can make a recommendation to City Council, and City Council has the authority to waive those fees. So we've asked any vendor who wanted to speak to the board or appeal to the board to write us a letter, and you have received all those letters. So if you want to have further discussion about it.
Can we do that later on in the
Yes,
meeting?
you may.
Okay. Okay, next thing is the consent calendar. The following routine matters may be acted upon by one motion. Individual items may be removed from the consent calendar by the members of the Village Fest for separate discussion and/or vote. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, opposed? No. Passes, okay. Okay, next is when all you folks now will have a chance to come up. The first one coming up is Marlene Bradley, Arts and Crafts. Is she? Okay. And the next one is going to be Elizabeth Celia, will be after that. Hi.
Welcome.
Marlene, I'm going to give you a few minutes to bring your things out, and then, once you do that, then you can discuss.
Okay.
Give you a chance.
It's because you're too close, yes.
Can I share it out? That's it?
Sure.
Why don't you bring them all out and put them on the table?
Okay.
And then you can pass, no, put them out in front of us, yeah. There you go. And then,
This is my first time here. I'm still
there you go.
It's okay.
And then tell us about yourself and your items.
Yeah, I'm a current vendor already, so.
Oh, yeah, she is a current brand. Okay, I missed that.
And-
Sorry about that.
That's fine. I would like to add this on my booth for this season. So they're handmade dolls.
Hold the mic.
They're handmade dolls, and
my
I make the
gosh.
dresses. There's muslin fabrics, and it's just, these are the
that's-
ones.
They're adorable.
So we still continue with the cotton fabrics. And I know because I'm selling the headbands, I do really good with the girls, and I know they're gonna sell really good. Especially right now for
Oh, look
Easter
at how cute they are.
in the summer.
Do you make the dolls too?
Well made, too.
Yes. I have made 3 of these, and they're all gone, so this is,
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I know that will do really good.
Are you the artist too?
Yes, ma'am. And the prices are going to be from $25 to $40, depending on the dresses.
Sure.
And the dresses are removable, the panties too.
For washing purposes.
Yes.
You're past that age. No more kids for you.
Aw. I got a couple of kids that like to have this.
Oh, yeah, look at him. Yes, that's darling.
Oh, these are so cute.
Just darling.
Okay, does anybody have any questions? Anybody? Okay, we need a motion then to get into discussion.
I move we accept this vendor.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion?
I actually did have one question, and I'm sorry for whoever knows this answer, but what do they sell now?
Third,
Okay,
Yeah, the
sorry,
headbands.
it's a big package here.
Yeah, right,
She has a variety of products, but the original one was the headband.
right.
It's
With
kind
the
of,
wire.
You just kind of tie it. It's got the wire inside.
I remember that.
It's a very
yeah,
popular
yeah.
product.
So the booth is already set up, so.
yeah, I'm trying to find a new display for the dolls so the girls can see them more.
God, they're
Uh-huh.
so
We'll have a
cute.
view.
Are you pleased with our Village Fest on Thursday nights?
Oh, yes, I love it. Yeah,
Good.
I love it.
Okay. Anybody else have any more questions?
I just want to ask one thing, because they're for small children, do you anticipate any problem with the buttons that are on them?
I'm probably gonna do something like 3 years and up. You know, I can just have a tag that says that.
And have you considered putting your name actually on the product
do have
at
a
all,
label
like
on it.
embroidered or something? I know you have the one that is
Just a tag.
yeah, the tag, but I mean it would just make it nicer
Yeah.
for you.
That will be good because I
Somebody
use them
gets
for
it.
my headbands too, so I can just use the same labels and touch them sew them on the back. Yeah.
They really are cute.
Thank you, girls.
Like 'em. Okay, nobody else? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? None? Carries.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
All right, Elizabeth Celia, food service. Hi. Yeah, take that off. It's easier if you hold it, yeah. Good.
Hi, my name is Liz, and this is Lonnie. We are owners.
Celia, put that closer to your mouth, not so they hear you. Closer.
We are owners of Deliciosas Pupusas. We have been in business for over 10 years, and what we specialize is in a Salvadoran dish from El Salvador that is called a pupusa. What a pupusa is, it's a thick handmade tortilla with a filling inside, and it's served with a pickled cabbage and a mild salsa that comes with it too.
Who's the chef?
Oh, she's the chef. She does all the work there.
She does all the
I'm kind of like the sous chef.
Okay.
Okay, and we also have other products we sell too as well. We do sell tacos, which has an authentic El Salvadorian taste. So it's not going to be your regular tacos that you get. This is going to be a El Salvadorian spices and tradition that's been passed along from tradition to tradition. So she's been lucky to get the tradition and the spices for that as well. So we have that here to sample as well. We also have plantains and beans, which is sweet plantains and beans. It gives a nice texture when you have the beans with those sweet plantains. So we also have that to sample as well. And also, too, what we do is a little vegan option, too, as well. Some people, which has been doing really well, we started about a year ago, which we add soy chorizo potatoes, we have tofu, and then we have a veggie and bean. So it's starting to kick along pretty well. We have our original clients, but it's been going pretty well so far. And I'm going to kick it back over.
Why don't you start passing around so we can
You want to
taste?
start? Okay, sure.
Yeah, pass them around.
Go ahead and put the plates on the table.
How would you like for us to serve you?
We have a variety here. So we have pupusas. So we have that. We have a chicken and cheese. We have a bean and cheese. We have a veggie and cheese. Is anybody any picky eaters or?
No,
Why
no.
don't you just put a taste on each plate?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you want to go to the next while we're doing that?
It's a good booth. There you go. I have a question for staff. We do have people in the food court with the same,
Correct, yes.
and what are the problems with that?
Well, if they were to be in the food court, they would be one space over, there would be one space over from the vendor that only has the pupusas. And they are aware that there is another one.
Do they have to be in the food court?
The only other option would be down more towards Baristo.
Which is, all right, we'll discuss that after they, okay. Yeah.
And here's the plantains. Perfect. And that's beans with sour cream.
Smells good.
Sure does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Plantains are good.
Usually so pale. This is beautiful. In color.
Everybody hungry?
I'm not a big plantain. Thank you.
Cold.
The black bean. I'm just not crazy about plantains.
I'll take your plantain if you want my beans.
Oh, trade you. Yeah. Beans is wonderful.
I'm eating your bananas, you can eat my beans.
It's amazing what the sour cream does with the plantain. The flavor just makes it so much sweeter.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
I didn't have lunch today.
Is this chicken?
Banana.
That's plantain, banana,
Oh,
Fried banana.
and that's mashed beans.
I knew that.
Oh.
Oh, that's good. I like bananas. Can't hear you.
We were soft for like 2 weeks. We made gold, but it wasn't like year on year. And now it's picked back up.
Here are the pupusas with the
It's really strange. People were telling me that some people in restaurants were not, who were restaurants were packed like they usually are, yeah. How about you guys? Yeah, yeah. Mark was, Mark and Mark were sitting there, they've been slammed.
The sandwich shop?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
he's always slammed this time.
Yeah, yeah, but up on the tourists, not tourists, it's like weird tourists, it's not a shopping tourist. So we're, this time of year, we're
I
kind of.
think they were looking for the sun, and they didn't get it.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of Southern California people coming out. And so when they know the sun's not here, they're not here, they're not shopping, so. But that's okay, it's, you know.
put the cabbage on top of the salsa. I'm sorry, the cabbage on top of the pupusa with the salsa and eat it all together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you can eat it with your hands too. You can get, it's kind of a dish that is
That's what I'm doing.
mainly
Yeah, yeah,
eaten with the hands, but a lot of people eat it with forks and knives.
yeah.
I have some knives here too as well. Any of you guys need knives?
Okay, I'll have that. Thank you.
Sure. Do you want, let me see if we have more. of
No, I'm
those.
fine.
Okay, any knives? No, I'm good, got you.
That's pretty good. Uh-huh. Is it spicy? Mm.
Cabbage might have a little spice to it.
Okay. It's very tasty. Did you taste it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have tacos come around too. Did you guys want to taste the tacos as well? We have that here.
You know
as
what,
well.
leave them and we'll get to them.
Okay, yeah, everything will leave here too as well. So.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions? No, okay.
Do we already have proposals?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted just to make sure. We do currently have a vendor who their sole booth is pupusas.
Right.
There's some duplication on their application of products that we have currently on the street. So obviously, it's up to this board's discretion how much duplication you do want on the street. From a staff point of view, we would highly suggest that if you were to approve this vendor, that we do not put them in the food court, which from experience, most vendors are not very successful outside of the food court. We only currently have one vendor who's outside of the food court who has maintained their space outside of the food court. So your options would be to approve them, and staff would place them somewhere outside of the food court area, or you could put them on a waiting list, and if that other vendor should drop out, we could add them on. But from a staff point of view, we would not like too much duplication in the same area, which would be the food court area.
Too close together.
Correct.
Yeah. Can we leave that up to this? Yeah. Okay. I think you understand what, because I think you talked to staff before.
Yes.
Would you rather be on a waiting list to get into the food court, or would you be happy if we replaced you down closer to Baristo?
Is it part of the?
Oh, yeah, it's part of, oh, yeah, and probably it's gonna get pretty busy in the future.
Oh, yeah, you know, it might be to your
Yeah,
benefit
right, because, yeah.
to be at the other end.
Before they answer, I just wanted a clarification. There's one vendor on the corner of Tockwitz and,
Right, that's the one we're talking about, that's outside of the food court, that's the one.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they still there, or do they go?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They're very successful
they
there.
are.
Yeah.
We go down there and get our quesadillas, and yeah,
Yeah,
so.
well,
Every
it's-
space has its own unique quality, so,
right,
yeah.
right,
I don't think you can go wrong anywhere.
yeah.
Depends who's hungry, what they want.
And if you, in the future, if you're not happy down there, you can always speak to staff, and when something opens up that isn't so close to what we have down there now, because it wouldn't benefit you to be that close to the same kind of vendor, that if you wanted to go back up there, we could, probably arrange that. So it's up to, would you be happy at the end of the street there?
Yes, we.
Okay.
Maybe in the middle.
I know.
Yeah.
Have to be at the end, wherever they are.
Well, that's up to,
You're gonna do
yeah,
well.
that's was up to them.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, let's,
There's a large parking structure
yeah.
that everybody parks there to walk the street.
okay. It was third choice for the end of the block. Okay, anybody else have any more questions? Okay. I need a motion?
I'd
Yeah.
like to make a motion that we accept this food vendor, and that they could work it out with staff as far as where that location would be.
I'll second that.
Okay, and we have no more discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay.
We will see you on the street.
You'll do well wherever,
Looking forward to
because
seeing it.
it's good.
And
Delicious.
all the food will be over here too as well,
Okay.
left over, so you guys can help
Yeah,
yourself too
the
as well.
Those of you in the audience, if you want to try it, be our guest. Okay. The next person up is Jeff Siegel Kingfisher. Where? Oh, there you are. Come on over. Hi, Jeff. This is arts and crafts. Fine. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks very much. You want me to talk in this? There we go. I'm familiar with these. What I have here is something pretty unique. It doesn't, I don't know if it would really fall into the standard arts and crafts category. It's actually...
Jeff, hold that to your mouth. Yes,
sure.
Thank you.
It's a product for, it's a therapeutic tool. It's like a counseling tool. It's called the Musorical, and it's based on music. I'm a composer. It's my main gig, and I invented this about 10 years ago. It's been off the market for 3 years. I just finished, this is the second edition of it. I just finished writing the book for it. And in addition to selling it, I also do sessions with people in my studio. And there's an associated process that goes with it called Swanakailo. That's actually it's a sound bath with, I don't know if you guys are familiar with those. You've heard them? No. Yeah, you know what they're about. So yeah, so I do those. I do private sound baths, and I use this counseling tool. So I sell the counseling tool, and I do the sound baths. So what I'd be interested in doing at the fair here would be selling this, and giving demonstrations of it, free demonstrations of it, and trying to secure clients to come to my studio and do work with me. And what the display would be this. I have a lot of display material, and I'd probably have my whole crystal instruments and table set up also, which would mainly just be for visual impact. Let people get up there once in a while. It'd be way too noisy to actually do any real work there, but just to give people an idea of what's going on.
What type of person would come to you? Was the problem of sorts?
Yes,
Okay.
people come to for counseling purposes. Yeah, it's
Okay.
what I call it is creative self-counseling. It's called the tarot. It's called the tarot of music, but a lot of people associate tarot with fortune telling. Which is fine, but that's really not what it's about. It's a creative thing. I like to tell people that they actually read for themselves, but I know the language, and I help people find themselves. The point of it is to leave feeling with something that belongs to you, that you made. It's a very creative process. And while it's going on, it's cards and dice, and while the cards and dice are going on, they actually engender actual music, which I play for people. At the booth, I would actually, people could put on headphones and hear what I'm doing on there. Yeah.
So take a person through the process. Like a person comes to your booth and then?
Well, usually what they say is, what is this?
Yeah.
They're puzzled by it. They see the poster and the arts and there's dice and cards laying all over the table. And I basically tell them it's a tool for counseling. It's a therapeutic counseling tool, but it's a self-counseling tool. And usually they're very excited and they say, or they're interested and they say, well, let me try it. So they roll a couple of dice and a card, and I give them some ideas, tell them what it means. They can put on headphones, they can hear what we just did. And usually we talk a little bit, and almost inevitably that suggests something to them. I was like, oh, I know what that means, or they turn to who they're with and they say, I wonder if this could be referring to, do you think?
Is it like a reading?
Similar to a reading, yes.
It's a reading.
Similar to a reading, but it is much more along the lines of people reading for themselves. I'm not psychic or anything along those lines. It's fine for people who are, but that's not what I do or what I have,
What's in that box?
This is the Musorical. That's the set. This is the Musorical. I can pass it around if you'd like to see it.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. I'll dump
Give us
these
an
out of there. They come in these pouches here, these velvet pouches. But
Not mine.
this is what the dice and the cards look like. Feel free to thumb through them. Oh. I got
That's what I know
Industrious
is
and
difficult.
shrink wrapped it.
Yeah, put it down.
This is a sample set, but I thought I had it out of its box. I guess I didn't.
How long have you been doing this?
I actually finished the invention in 2008. It took 4 years to develop, and when I first released it, you know, it took a long time to put it together, and I really didn't know how it worked. I just lobbed it into the world, saying, "Well, I think this is how it goes. Let me know what you think." But after doing it for 10 years, it actually a lot more information. It got a lot deeper, but also at the same time got a lot simpler, because it just sort of came into its own.
Did you create that?
I did. I invented it and did all the design.
What's your background?
I'm a composer.
Oh.
I'm a musician and a composer, yeah. So, yeah, and I just was messing around with the tarot deck one day. And because, you know, they're around, I've had them around, and I liked it, but I thought, wouldn't this be interesting if I could come up with something that was actually based on something that I'm familiar with, like music. So I gave it a shot.
Let's see what this is.
Yeah. And here's the book. It comes with a quick reference. It's actually, if you just sort of glance through that, it actually explains how to use it very simply.
Just like a reading.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you in any other street fair or
Not at this point, no.
gonna give it a go?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a go.
Okay.
It's a tarot card.
Pass that down. Let's,
Because I think one of the things is that actually it's not so much about the card readings, but that he's the author of that book, just like any other author,
Yeah.
right? But then I have some other
Okay.
things
You should
in
look
regards
at
to
the
letter of
book.
intent.
all right,
Look
does
at the
anybody
book.
have any questions?
So he's an author, though,
Yeah.
right? I mean, we have special rules for authors. That part of it.
Which is.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any
Not
more
arts and
questions?
crafts.
Do you have any questions for me?
I know him. Actually, we met last week.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we spoke on the phone yesterday, so.
Nobody else?
He won't be surprised by anything.
All right, so we can discuss. Let me have a motion. Can I have a motion?
Yeah, just a motion so we could have a discussion.
So we can discuss. So I need a motion to accept.
that we accept.
Second?
I second.
Okay, now discussion.
Okay, so, it doesn't fall under arts and crafts because
Yeah,
he
that's
didn't
what I-
actually make, he's not a bookbinder or, he didn't do the printing on it. But he could fall under the author category, just like any other book. The thing is, though, in the letter of intent, it deals with also promoting his Palm Desert business, which would be a commercial vendor. So it has to be one or the other, and it can't be both the way that I see it. So he could either be an author or a commercial vendor promoting his business in Palm Desert.
So if he came in as a commercial, can he demonstrate at the booth what this does?
He could
Because I
demonstrate.
think that's what you wanted to do, is that correct?
There could just be
Yeah.
no exchange of dollars. So as a commercial vendor, you can promote a product
Right.
or a business, but you cannot exchange any money.
Any money, right.
So I couldn't actually sell this.
Correct.
No, but you can refer them down to your, place of business, correct? Yeah.
Right. And or website.
Now, if you did as an author under books, then you can't do the other, correct?
Correct.
So it's your choice.
Right. And the price difference.
And the price difference.
Mm-hmm. Which is?
240. The commercial vendor is $246 per night, and the author is $308 per month.
Okay, well, I think I have to discuss that with my partner, because it was really, I was really looking at doing both of those things. I mean,
Yeah.
there's just not that
It
much.
doesn't fall under our,
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I know it's
You
sort of an
understand
odd
that,
thing.
yeah.
I do understand
Yeah.
that. But it's also kind of, awkward for me as well, because, it's not like I'm
Right.
rolling in a lot of cash on either of those things. I kind of need to hit it from both sides,
Do you charge a fee for the I
I guess, reading? Do you
They're
charge?
casting, they're called, yeah.
Casting, okay.
Uh-huh.
Now, would he be able to do the casting without charging a fee and then be able to sell the kit?
Card
Under
readings
author?
that are done for a fee in the central business district require a bond.
But if he were to do it for no fee?
Well, that's the key.
Yeah, so if you did it for no fee and asked for donation, and then
Well,
just sell the kit.
That's something you can't stand over and watch. You know what I mean? It's something, it's either gotta be one or the other.
It definitely is
Right.
an arts and crafts though.
Yeah.
So that right off the
Right,
bat
right,
is
yeah.
because of
Yeah.
the 75% handmade rule. So it could only be either
Either
or
or.
of those two items, the way that I see it.
Well, don't you think it would be fair to let Jeff discuss this? and-
Yeah, I
and-
kind
Well, yeah.
of need to
And
do
get back.
that, yeah.
Well-
And just to mention, by the way,
Sure.
the castings that I would be doing at the booth, if that's what you're referring to, I definitely would not charge for those. That's like, that's basically just demonstrating the product.
Right, but
Is
you
what I'm
charge
saying.
for the book.
But I would charge for if you want the whole kit,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So it
the
has to
point is,
revert.
you can't do both. You have to be in one.
I got you.
Should we make a motion to accept one or the other, and then he can decide and talk to you, or have him come back?
It sounds as if at some point he's gonna have to come back, or
Okay. Yeah.
even if we just bring it to the board, if he were to make a decision of if he wanted to pick one or the other, we could just bring it back to the board. He wouldn't necessarily need to be present for it. So I would suggest that the board put the vendor on hold. And then
Okay.
you can make a formal decision once he's had an opportunity to provide us
Decide.
with which way he would like to, what category he'd rather fall under.
Okay.
Okay.
Is
All
that a
right.
motion?
Yeah,
Do you-
make him.
Yes, I would put,
Yeah,
I need a motion
Do you
for
want to
that.
amend your motion?
Yeah, could I amend my motion to reflect that we put the vendor on hold until he gets back with staff on his decision about which category he wants to procure.
I'll second that.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? No. Okay. Thank you. Okay, the next one is Mary Magdalene Skin. And this is arts and crafts. Yes.
Sure.
And you guys
Wow,
came.
welcome.
You came all the way from Pomona? Oh, okay. All right. Do is, put everything out first, and then you can begin talking, otherwise it's impossible. Thank you.
These are homemade scrubs, body scrubs.
Yeah. Put everything on the table, and then you can tell us what everything is. Yeah. Okay. Body oil, soap, bath.
Just take one of each. One of.
Yeah, one of
Yeah.
each.
I don't see the magic word in here.
The magic word.
There's a little asterisk at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Smells good.
I can smell it. Can you smell it?
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Smells good.
Until you use it.
Yeah, oh, it smells wonderful. Yeah, no, I get it.
Okay.
So these are,
Tell us about yourself and your product.
we live in Los Angeles. My wife has been using this.
Hold that to your mouth, please. Thank you.
My wife has been using body scrubs, foot scrubs, face scrubs, foot soaks for as long as I know her. We've been married 13 years. And I didn't know she had a talent to make them. And she started making them a couple of years ago. And we decided to start. Now we're selling in some farmers market in Los Angeles, Channel Islands, Melrose. So we decided to try out Palm Springs too.
Okay, you want
Very nice.
you want to
Could you
pat?
pass around something
Yes.
with a label that we could like really look at?
There you go. No, this way. On this side, huh? Thank you.
That was there, wasn't it?
Where do you make your product, dear? In your home? Yeah. Okay.
In a big bowl, and you'll see.
You'll see.
Yeah, you'll see in a minute.
Oh, okay.
In a big salad bowl.
Oh, okay.
Don't go there for dinner.
We use
Booth is nice.
as much as possible organic material, but some of the oils
Oh,
and
wow.
essential
Making a
oils
salad.
are all natural. No chemicals, nothing. Just Dead Sea salt, Himalayan salt,
Here you go.
sugar, and oils.
Wow. Can I see the oil one? No,
Is it nice?
that one.
Oh, is it ever?
Is that the same salt without the?
Yeah.
Yeah, that,
Oh,
Yeah. Love it. Jasmine.
here, you can use it.
Nice too. Dead sea salt and jasmine oil. Wow. Base oil of my products.
Do you ladies use scrubs?
Oh, wow. Yes.
But I'd like to.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Jasmine.
Beautiful.
I'll have a taste. Oh. Yeah.
You'll have a rub.
Nice.
We also sell essential oils, body oils, some body butters, creams, shea butter. But as we understand, we cannot resell.
Little bottles around, please. Yeah, pass those around. Oh, the fragrances are beautiful. God, look how it does for your skin.
Oh, I know it. Ah. I've been using body oils after my shower, but nothing smells this good. I'm telling you.
Don't drink it.
Wonderful.
Clever name.
Good booth, too.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. That's the smell I like.
That's unscented. You can, if you want it to smell, you can add some essential oils.
Sweet almond oil.
That's unscented now. So we have many different scents. We have rose, we have lavender, jasmine, we have eucalyptus,
You see here.
coffee,
Okay,
rosemary.
you got them all.
Yeah, and we
Okay.
have some with Dead Sea salt, some with Himalayan salt, and now,
Yeah.
Very nice.
yeah.
Okay, does anybody have any questions?
No?
No questions over here? All right, let me have a motion so we can get into discussion.
I'll make a motion.
I second.
Okay, discussion?
The only thing that I see here that wouldn't be considered under our rules and regulations is just the individual essential oil because it hasn't been blended or mixed or anything like that. It's just poured from one large bottle into a small bottle. It's nothing that they actually craft. So that's the only
So,
thing that
so
I
those
could see.
oils aren't being made?
No, just the essential
No,
oil.
we don't make the oils.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So,
see.
at
Okay.
home,
It's just
we
the
cannot
scent
make.
that they put into the bath salts.
Okay.
But they buy that in a,
All
their
right.
receipts show it, they buy that in a big container and just
So technically, that would be
rebottle
the
it.
only thing they couldn't sell.
Yeah, this one, they use sweet almond oil, so they do mix something, something's going on there.
Yeah.
But just in the littlest bottle, that is.
The little ones.
But we use
Yes, ma'am.
essential
Thank you.
oils in
Just-
scrubs too.
Mhm.
If they were-
Yes, I know that you use them
Yeah.
in it, but to sell them individually
Right.
wouldn't, because it's not blended
Yeah.
or anything.
If they had like I'm just throwing this out there, like almond lavender, then you've got two oils that you're mixing together.
You
so
mix
then
them
they can do
together.
that.
Then it's okay.
But not the single.
Yeah, then that's kind of a 50%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But the other ones, you know, they're actually like making their own thing out
Yeah.
of it.
yeah.
So.
So they're
I don't
mixing
know,
it in
that's-
with this, with
Yeah,
this
it would have to
salts.
be. I mean, with my background is actually in beauty, so to do this,
I
Yeah.
know,
I
the
know.
skin is incredible,
But to do-
He's
right?
got a good background.
there has to be a certain percent of the essential oils against the base oil. So that does take some work to do. So, but I understand what you're saying as far as like it can't just be lavender oil because that is just
Yeah.
pouring from one into the other.
Right.
But if they were to
Mixing.
mix and test and figure out what that percent is, then
Yes.
then that becomes a little more involved. Yeah.
It's a lovely line.
It is. I like your
Package
labeling
It's
too.
beautiful. It's really nice.
Yeah.
The fragrance
Very
is
quality
great. It's,
line.
yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
So can I make a motion, we accept this vendor,
Yeah, sure.
except for the small
Yes.
bottles?
I second it.
Who seconded it? You seconded it? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. Okay.
So we will see.
So you understand the little bottles you can't sell. The little, yeah.
Can we sell those with different scrubs, like a
Yes.
gift set? We have some gift sets
oh,
too, in like a scrub and a soap and an essential oil.
No, the oils that you're just taking from the 16-ounce bottle and just pouring it into your other bottle would not count for being handcrafted, because it's not.
But everything else is.
Yeah, but he's asking if he could use that in a gift package, though, a gift set, but still.
No,
I
that's
mean, it's
pushing.
just, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't see how that would.
Have we done that before with gifts?
With like,
Like he's asking if they can give the little bottle with
Right.
something else they're
A
buying,
soap
is that
and a
it?
small scrub,
they-
like a small gift set.
Right, I know we've done it before for like the eucalyptus guy. He
Right.
does the hand massager in a set. We've done soap people that have a whole set in like either washcloths or a little soap dish and things like that.
So this
that's
would
up to
come
the
under
board.
the same thing?
It's more of an accessory, though, the things that you're mentioning, or were an accessory, not a.
It's your.
So if the oil was to enhance the benefit of that salt scrub, then it would be like an add-in, like you would put it into the salt scrub. So that would be like borderline, yes? Or no?
I don't think that we've allowed it before, and I just.
Is it a
and that part of
packaged,
it's what makes
already
me
packaged
comfortable.
your sets?
Jasmine, what do you say?
Don't let him finish.
I have a picture I can show you.
Okay, okay.
Oh, my phone
Let's
is
have a look.
turned off.
I suggest that the board do something that provides staff the ability to govern. So if we can't walk up and down the street and easily assess whether someone is selling a product or if they're giving it away,
Right.
it makes it difficult for us to manage. So sometimes if it's already prepackaged, that would be completely different, because we could easily assess that is one entire unit that's being sold and
That's what I
or.
wanted to see if
But if it is just laid out, then it's
Right,
likely
and then
that
they add
could,
it.
they could actually just
It can't
start
be
selling it.
monitored, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is what our booth looks like.
What are we looking at?
The package.
Different.
Okay.
But where's the prepackaged? That's what, so it's bought,
Soap.
it's like a box with everything in it.
So it's in a box.
May I say something?
Okay.
We also can have small
Pass this down
small
to her.
diffusers and have the essential oil with the diffusers. And if somebody would like to get the diffuser, they'll
added in
get
a
the
box.
essential oils too.
I'm voting no.
Well, do you make the diffusers?
No.
No.
See, so now
It
it's
goes
going
on
that
and then
next
on.
step.
No,
Yeah,
no.
so that would,
That wouldn't work.
Okay. So they're just connected like a
Yeah.
chain.
Sure.
So it's still the same problem?
I think
Yeah,
it's hard on a staff level to govern that.
okay. Okay, then we'll eliminate that, so you won't be able to do that.
Just the essential oils, right? The other body oils we will
Right.
be.
Everything
Right.
else that's
Everything
blended
else
is soap.
is
Right.
good.
Okay.
Is good under these rules.
It's just too hard for staff
Motion, what do we do?
to walk the street and know that something is not being done, that you weren't authorized.
No.
That's the reason, so. Okay, who made the motion? You want to?
I did.
we were just over here saying, so just to reconfirm as far as the discussion about if they blend oils, that is considered a yes. If they don't,
Right.
if it's a single oil, then no.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, like to me, I mean, if they blended oils together to make a blend, that would be similar to what they're doing with bath salts with.
Yeah.
Right,
That's-
right,
yeah.
same
You know,
thing.
So if you took your essential oils and blended two together and put on the label lemon and lavender,
Then you can do
I
it.
don't see a problem with
And then
that.
it's not a big deal in the gift set.
Right.
Then it's fine in the gift set.
Do you understand
But
that?
the single
Yeah.
oil on its own in the gift set is what we're saying is it's difficult to manage from a.
See, we have
Same
rules
thing
and
would be-
regulations we have to follow, so that, you know.
No, just
Same
the
thing
oil.
would be if we have a gift set, just essential oils.
It could be single oils.
It has to be two
It has to be
blended.
blended.
So you blend two,
We
you,
have made it at home.
Because you guys have created it, you've worked on it to make sure that's the right percent of oils, that you don't have one
Then it
dominating
becomes
over the
yours,
other. And you come up with the exact scent that you're looking for.
Got it.
So, yeah, that's the creative side.
okay,
Yeah.
thank you. All right, we've had first and second, all right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, none, okay.
Thank
We
you.
will
you go.
see you on the street.
Does this mean we can
Chair
start?
Watson? Oh, no, sorry,
Faith
go
will
ahead.
get in touch with you.
Yeah, you
Okay.
see Faith. Yeah.
Chair Watson, if I could have just one quick minute to interject. I would like to take this real quick opportunity, because she needs to run to another meeting, to introduce the new Parks and Rec Director. Cynthia, can I get you to come up real quick?
Oh,
Thanks.
okay.
Sorry, she has to run out
She
to
has
another
another
meeting.
meeting?
But I did.
Okay.
You could.
All
So
right,
just.
I'll follow the rules.
There you go.
So Cynthia has joined our team, and she is overseeing the Parks and Rec Department, which you're all aware is the department that oversees VillageFest. So we want to just take an opportunity to welcome her to the team, make sure she
Welcome.
knows who all of you are. Do you want to just tell them just a quick minute about you?
Let's see, I've been in the profession for 13 years, and I came from the city of San Bernardino serving their community, and I'm here serving your community, and I'm very excited, and thank you for all the work that you do here, and
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Will we see you on the street?
I've been there a couple
She's
times.
been out with us now.
She has to say that to everybody. so you
Yes, you'll see
understand.
me on the street.
Okay.
Well, welcome, welcome.
Thank
welcome.
you.
Yeah.
Okay,
You got some
thank you.
good shoes to follow.
Good luck, good
Yeah,
luck.
that's
Thank you,
great.
Cynthia.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you for letting us
Oh,
interrupt. We
no
appreciate
problem.
great.
Okay, the next one down is, let's see, Matthew Walter, Farmers Market. Is he here? Yes. Oh, there you are.
Oh,
Come on down, Matthew.
welcome, Matthew.
Thanks for having me.
Okay.
My name is Matthew Walter. The name of our company is I Choose Wild. We're a Wild Alaska fishing family and group of friends and family that we got together, and so we catch and process our own fish and then sell locally. Friends and family, and now we're looking to get into a local market as well. That's us.
Did you bring
That's
us a
it?
sample?
And I have to apologize. I got off work from my morning
Oh,
job,
that's
and I did
okay.
not bring any fish. I do apologize.
How's it packaged?
It is all vacuum sealed.
Vacuum.
So vacuum sealed and flash frozen in Bristol Bay, Alaska.
Look at
I
that.
do
I
have
love
my
salmon.
packet that I brought over. There's some photos in there. That way you can get an idea of what exactly we'll be selling at the booth. Our fishing season is about the second week of June, and we go through the end of July. Sometimes in the first couple of days of August.
Do you live,
So it's
do you live here?
I live out here.
So you know how hot it is during the,
Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be, that's one of the things. It's gonna be one of our challenges to keep everything fresh. But that's kind of what we signed up for in the first place. So we become kind of special experts on shipping and handling of seafood, or in this case, Bristol Bay sockeye salmon, to maintain its freshness.
But you fish during the summer.
Yes, but yeah, I have so we had put a little team together. My buddy, he's the captain of the boat, drifting and catching fish. I'm on another crew. We're on the shore catching fish, and then we have my fiance and a couple other team members that will be shuttling fish back and forth.
Will you be, will there be samples at the booth? How do you, no?
No, I won't have any samples. It's a raw product, so it's intended to be cooked by the whoever's buying it at their home before they eat.
So will you be
But
here?
we will have one of two ways. I would first request if there's power at the booth, because I just plug in a small little chest freezer, and it just runs off a baby generator that keeps everything fresh and frozen.
Yeah.
If that If there's no power, then we've had good success with a standard ice chest, and you do like a 50-50 mixture of ice cubes and dry ice.
There's power, though.
Yeah.
Will you be here during our season too, or just at the end of the season when you catch fish?
So I have some inventory left over not left over, but still in stock from this past season that I will use to get going in the upcoming weeks before we take off to go to June or to Alaska, and then we will. I have a team member here that will run the booth while we're gone, and we'll be sending fresh fish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Anybody have any questions? Any more questions? All right, I need a motion so we can get into discussion.
I'll make a motion that we accept this farmer's market vendor.
I'll second.
Any talk about this? No?
No, I just want to say we actually changed the rules of VillageFest at one point just to have salmon, because the rule used to be that in farmer's market, everything had to be made in California. So it actually changed over salmon. So we love
Awesome.
salmon here.
That's really
Yeah,
good.
we do.
Yeah, we
Okay.
do.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Okay.
We will see you
All
on the
right.
street.
Thank
And
you
good
very
luck.
much. It was
Good
easier
luck.
than I thought it would be.
You also need to,
The last leg.
Yeah, right.
you should start hitting the restaurants too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bye now. Okay, the next one up is Tyler Crawford, Arts and Crafts. Metal arts, okay. Hi, Tyler, how are you?
Welcome.
How you guys all doing?
Good.
My name is Tyler Crawford. I am the owner at Image by TC. And before I begin, I'll pass out my product. This is Charlie.
I did watch your video,
Did you?
Yeah,
I did too.
Beautiful.
I did.
Clever.
Yeah, at first I didn't understand it, and then it clicked. Then it clicked, yeah.
It's like silk screening on metal.
Yeah, did you watch the video?
I watched it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Look at that dog.
Yeah, isn't that cute?
Is that your dog?
Yep, that's Charlie.
Ah, Charlie.
So I started off as being a photographer, selling my own stuff here and there at the COD. Where it changed for me was when somebody asked me if they're my own images. And I got a little offended, and I go, of course they're my own images. But then I think the idea came to not just do mine, but to do other people's images.
Oh, good.
And these pieces that you guys are seeing are the ones that I throw on the ground on the table to show that they don't scratch, they don't fade. They're all on Chromolux metal. And basically, they're the only product that's more vibrant right there than what you would see on your full resolution phone.
Beautiful.
And my main business is where it went from a few orders, 10 to 20, to where it's very fast growing, is that, do all you guys have cell phones?
Yeah.
So you guys would all be potential clients for the most part. So what I do is I turn any image that you've taken on your phone into custom art on the spot. So they walk away with it in about 12 to 15 minutes. And basically, I'm the only one in the United States doing it on the spot. You can still do this stuff online, but there's usually a minimum order. It usually takes about 5 to 7 business days and all that stuff. And it's still a hassle, and they won't let you do it off your phone. They'll say it's too low resolution. None of that's true. And
Great
basically...
Christmas gifts.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
Christmas was awesome. This is off of iPhone 8 right here, and it just shows you the quality. And this is all my product.
And you apply it on the metal.
Yeah, so basically I printed out on a special printer with this kind of ink that I tweaked out, and it's a sublimation process. Print it on a transfer sheet, then put it on the metal and heat press it at 400 degrees for a minute. I reveal right there in front of the people if they wait.
Oh, wow.
And I always have deals because as soon as they get one, they keep getting a lot. And I've been doing it on the spot now for 6 weekends at COD, and it is blown up. It is, I'm doing a pop-up where Tivana used to be in El Paseo Gardens for the next month. I'm the only sole vendor at the river, but I haven't really started doing it yet because it's at nighttime. But now, since if I get accepted here, I want everything to be perfect with the lighting. So I'm kind of just taking one step at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so any questions?
Your prices are good too. I noticed that.
Yeah, please don't tell me that. I mean,
well, pricing is up to you. We have no
of
control
course,
over that.
of course. And when I start doing the shop on El Paseo, I might have to. I'm gonna go up on my bigger pieces because realistically, if you have a phone that's come out in the last 5 years, you can go as big as those prints, if not bigger.
Really?
And that right there, easily, yeah. You try to do that online, let's say on like Shutterfly or something, they'll say too low resolution. All you have to do is resize the picture and reformat it. It's all just because they don't want a high return policy. I've done all the research on finding out how big you can go, what you can do. My return rate is, I think, 2 pieces because of the printer was not really working and the color wasn't coming out, and that's it. And I've sold probably about 500 in the last few months, if not more. And
that's a good average.
Right.
yeah, it's been very, very interesting.
Yeah.
And
Do you have any help?
yes. Sarah, she's a big help. I flew out one of my partner now from Florida where I grew up. He's helping me run it because I can only be at one location at once, which I'm learning, and he knows it to where I feel comfortable him by himself.
Okay.
And I still sell my own photos here and there. My photos get them. They go up to it. They go, "What is this? Why is it on glass?" It's all on metal. Doesn't scratch. Doesn't fade.
This
No.
picture is wonderful. Who's this?
This right here is my nonu. This is my grandfather. My mom took this with her iPhone 6 of an old Polaroid print.
You look like them.
Thank you. That's a compliment.
Yeah, no, you do.
So basically, I do restoration too, though, which is very, very big out here because before cell phones were out, there were these things called prints. And that's what you get there. So my mom sent it to the family in a group chat. I got the idea to do it as a gift, and this is one of my main display pieces to show what I do.
Fabulous.
And when I say these pieces, if you look, they're rough around the edges. I stack all my pieces like this.
Yeah.
So basically, I can do kids' artworks on refrigerator, take a picture. I still do more. My main clientele, though, right now, about 80% of dogs. 20% family, sunsets, everything. But
Tyler, where in Florida are you from?
I was born on the Big Island, raised in Florida, went back to the Big Island, and I was from Ormond Beach, right next to Daytona Beach. And I've had a family out here in Palm Desert. I'm still a surfer at heart, but I've made the best being out here in this wonderful, not too hot place. That's it.
Talk to us in July.
I've been out here for several summers.
It's drier than Florida, so.
Yeah, the humidity, when it's, 80 with humidity there, it's 110 out here, and you can do the justice.
Okay.
But that's
Anybody else
basically
have
it.
any more questions?
Fantastic.
Okay. Let me have a,
We accept this vendor?
I second.
no more discussions?
Nope.
It's beautiful
It's
product.
incredible.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
is,
The
it
response
is.
that I've gotten to where people want to
Oh.
franchise, to where you better patent this before everyone steals it, the amount of hours I've spent researching it, I know I shouldn't be saying good luck to that, but I feel confident. I know it is going to get stolen. I probably have like a 5-year grace period, if not shorter. But I'm making the best of it right now.
You'll do fine.
Enjoy.
Okay.
Thank you
Let's
guys.
get them on the street. All those,
Thank
all
you guys
those
so
in
much.
favor? Aye. Okay. Good luck on the street.
Again, thank you guys.
Okay.
There.
Yeah, I'm impressed with that. That's wonderful.
You
I'll get a
said-
picture
you
of my
said mine.
dog.
Are you Greek?
Dogs.
Are you Greek?
Yeah.
Oh, so am I.
Okay.
Yeah. You said Nona, so Nona's Greek and Italian.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you guys.
Okay, any unfinished business? None?
We have none.
Okay. New business?
We currently have none. I would like to suggest that we add the correspondence that you received under new business for further discussion at your next board meeting.
Okay.
Maybe allow staff a little bit of time to put some numbers together. They'll be
Yeah.
pretty rough, but we would like to put some numbers together so that you have the ability to see what that number looks like based on if we were try to provide some sort of compensation for the multiple nights that we have had to be closed. So I'd like to add that to new business for your next board meeting to review.
So we'll discuss it then.
Yes.
Can I
Okay.
ask though, could you also kind of list some of the staff costs? And if there were staff costs that weren't paid,
Yeah.
then, you know, at the same time too,
Absolutely.
so that we could really see if we could do something for the vendors on
Absolutely.
this. And I hope we can.
This is kind of new for us. We haven't had weather like this in
Ever.
41
They
years
call that
I've
a
lived here. I've never seen
God,
anything like this. I'm looking forward to the summer. I thought I would never say that.
There's, on the street though, there is a great frustration, and everybody's been hearing it and such. One vendor said to me, it was the Heyday vendor. He said, I asked him if he was going out one night. He said, "There's no way." He goes, "I've got 80 pounds of meat, and if it doesn't happen, I lose all that."
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's an investment for besides the gas, but then for the food.
We're not in charge of the weather.
No, exactly.
No, I know, but
exactly.
somehow
I think
hopefully we can come up with something.
So staff will get you some numbers on both ends. So
Yeah.
the cost that's associated, as well as what it would
Yeah.
look like if we
It's-
were to provide some sort of
It's going to be
compensation.
a long talk, I think.
Yeah. So we will get it on to new business at your next board meeting.
All right. Where did I leave off? Board comments?
Public.
Public comments. I knew I missed one. None. Okay, board comments, none. Subcommittee report, compliant. The weather hasn't helped that, has it?
not at all.
No, not at all. So we'll skip that right away. Main Street
Yeah,
comments.
what's happening?
Rain.
Everything's great.
Oh, good.
As far as VillageFest goes, we don't, I just contact Jasmine and Faith with any issues, and they take care of them. One thing that was from last month that came up that I contacted staff about was, and they made the change in the minutes that we voted on today too, was just that there was one vendor that was going to be a downtown merchant that we didn't get to see the lease on that date, but apparently they have seen it since then.
Staff already
So,
saw. Good.
yeah, so I just want to say that was resolved.
Joy Marianne thinks our city is the most beautiful.
And it is.
Staff reports?
Just two brief things that we want to make sure the board is aware of. This Thursday is our birthday celebration.
I was gonna bring that up.
So please come out and help us distribute some cupcakes.
What time should we be there?
If you could be there by about 6:45, we're gonna sing happy birthday and start handing out cakes exactly at 7. And we're on the corner of Palm Canyon and Talcott, so please join us.
Don't be late, 'cause
the
I was
cupcakes
late.
will be
I
gone.
was literally
They're
6
gone.
minutes
And
late.
and sometimes some
they
people
were
are.
packing up. I thought
I
I was
know,
going
I
to
know.
help them
It rained
put the
last
tables
year.
down.
I
Yeah.
think that's why,
Yeah.
is we ended up
Yeah.
starting earlier
Yeah.
because it started to rain, so we wanted to get rid of them.
Is the mayor and anybody else going to be there?
We did not send out a formal invitation. They are aware of it, but we did not send out a formal invitation to all of our council members.
Do you think we should? Too
That's
late now.
I mean, we could send it.
We can send an email,
I think we should.
Okay.
an invite.
I think somebody.
Okay.
I think somebody from city council should be there, the mayor or somebody.
All right, I will send an invitation to their admin after this meeting.
Okay, that's good. All right.
And then just the neighborhood picnic is going to be on March the 23rd.
Yeah.
We do have a booth there. We have some bags as giveaways. We have our brochures. So let me know if you're able to come and help distribute some information to the neighbors. They always love
I'll be there.
having us out.
Can anybody else commit right now?
What day is that?
23rd.
March the 23rd.
Saturday.
I'll be there.
It's a
I have
Saturday.
4 booths.
What time is it at?
It's from 11 to 2
Yeah.
in
11 to
Ruthardy
2.
Park.
Oh, that's a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah, I know.
You probably like that.
But it's a great way
store?
to get out in front of
It
900
is.
Yeah. Oh, you
local
see everybody
residents.
that you're
I mean,
doing the
for real.
whole-
You could come to the VillageFest booth, you could go to the Main Street booth,
Yeah.
whichever you prefer. You could even get your own booth.
And you don't have to be there the whole time, you know.
Yeah,
In the
no.
past, you know, I usually get there when it starts, and then if I have to go some, so, you know, as long as somebody is always gonna pick up the,
Perfect. And this is the
Mantle.
neighborhood groups, correct? Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes,
Great.
okay, it's fun. And they feed you,
share it
and you get food.
in my spare time.
Okay, so we've had staff reports, that's it, okay. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
I move we adjourn.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned at it looks like 4:33.